Hello guys, welcome back to ArxangelRC and a very Merry Christmas to all of you, even with a slight delay. As much as I try to stay away from toys, occasionally something catches my eye and I just feel compelled to try it out. Christmas being around the corner really didn't help. The same is the case with this thing, the SmartPlane Pro by TobyRich, which can be controlled by your phone up to 100 meters away, and although I haven't verified that yet, even at closer distances, this thing is quite entertaining, even for a seasoned hobbyist like me. In addition to the plane, along with its accessories, this set also includes FPV goggles, which are pretty similar to the Eachine EV800D, which actually makes this whole set quite a good deal. Now, a slight detail: for some reason these goggles are only locked to the racing frequency band, which means you can only use those 8 channels, but at least you can also use them with any other analog video transmitter on 5.8 GHz out there. DVR and no other functions seem to work exactly as on the EV800D, so even with that limitation, I still think these are a good deal with this set, as you also get an awesome toy for your kids or even for you. They advertise the plane as almost indestructible, and indeed I am willing to agree with that. Ever since I got it, it has been living in the car, either the trunk or the back seat, between the kids, and you can't even imagine the things it has been through. It's been constantly thrown around, stuff gets thrown on top of it, it gets sat on, and so on and so on, and yet I plug in the battery and throw it in the air and it still works as if you had just taken it out of the box. The design of this and the materials are truly awesome. The control surfaces are unlike anything I have seen before. They don't use the standard push rods we are used to in this hobby, which is probably a good thing, as they will not survive such punishment. Instead, the rudder and elevator seem to be moving completely free, as if nothing is holding them, and yet when the plane is in flight they are clearly moving and the plane is controllable. I am not sure, but I can only assume they are using some sort of electromagnetic control system or something of the sort. Seriously though, this is awesome and is so easy to fly. Make sure you charge the battery first, then also download the phone app and start it. When you plug in the battery into the plane, it will automatically connect to the phone, and you should also be able to see the video feed in the goggles. Might need to use the search button to find the right channel the plane is transmitting on, but that is as simple as pressing the button. Then just follow the instructions on the app, they should show up automatically, and from there on it is as simple as choosing the plane or helicopter mode, pressing the button to start the motor and throwing the plane in the air. The app does have tutorials on these things, so make sure you go through them before flying. Once in the air, it flies quite well actually. You can control turns by rolling the phone left or right, and to change altitude you can either reduce or increase the throttle with your thumb or your other hand, but I find it comfortable enough to do with my thumb. To be honest, the controls are quite intuitive, and I think that most people, and kids especially, will have absolutely no problem figuring this out very quickly. The helicopter mode is quite awesome. The plane starts hovering on its own, slows down the speed considerably, and it is a bit easier to fly in this mode, as it can literally stay in one place if there is a slight breeze blowing against it. Controls work much the same way as in the airplane mode, and throttle changes do make more pronounced altitude changes. I have found that a throttle setting between 15 and 18% is enough to maintain altitude in this mode, at least where I live. This might change depending on where you live in regards to above sea level elevation. Initially it does ask for a Bluetooth connection, but then it is able to fly off quite a distance, so quite impressive if it really does use Bluetooth. The video range is definitely more than the control range, so you will at least be watching the video feed as it is crashing to the ground upon loss of signal. Not to worry though, I think I did mention just how bloody tough this thing is. Definitely a product true to its advertising, which is rare. I know most hobbyists will probably say that it is a toy, and it is, but damn, it is done properly and it is truly tough and very easy to use. It is just a breeze to fly, and I do believe a lot of grown-ups and kids alike would have a ton of fun with it. I do feel like I have to insert a slight disclaimer in here. It doesn't have an autopilot and I'm not about to install one, so sadly no heart-shaped missions out of this one, but the love is there all the same. Now, If for some reason you decide you want to move to something a bit more serious for FPV on it, you will at least have the goggles, and pretty much all current 5.8 GHz video transmitter units do support those channels, so you won't have a problem using them with other models, just like you won't have any problem seeing the video feed from this plane on pretty much any other FPV goggles. So, like already mentioned, in my eyes, this is an awesome toy that actually works, and a great way to get a taste of FPV without breaking the bank, and you will still end up with a proper pair of goggles with a decent DVR unit, just in case you would like to dig deeper into FPV territory. Just in case you're now interested in this plane, please check the video description for the links. Also keep in mind that buying anything via those links will help support this channel, because literally that is how I make my living, and so I'm counting on you guys to keep doing this. Patreon is another way you can support me, the link is also there. I would like to give a wholehearted thank you to everybody who has supported me so far and those who will continue to do so. This would not be possible without you guys. If you would like to see more regular updates, you can also follow me on Facebook. Don't forget to like and subscribe here if you haven't already, and with that, I'm going to wish you a very happy new year, full of love, and I will see you in the next one.